Okay, it's time to talk about Mythica. This is actually part one of 5 films, or it's the first hour and a half of an 8-hour film today. We're looking at. So I'm gonna break this review up into 2 parts. One part being the first film, and then the next video later is gonna be parts 2 through 5. So Mythica: A Quest for Heroes. This is a low-budget film that I'm going to paraphrase Kevin Sorbo, who said it's like Lord of the Rings with Kevin Sorbo playing the part of Gandalf. This was partially funded by a Kickstarter that got about $95,000. So this is very low budget. I would put this in about the same range as the Dungeons and Dragons movies when it comes to special effects and range of fees and all that. So the first one, A Quest for Heroes, you have a slave girl who is a mage who breaks free and decides she wants to get ready for the quest for high adventure. While at a bar run by a dwarf, she actually asks the dwarven barkeep if there's any adventures. She runs into a priest who has need of a party of adventurers. Luckily, she's already run into a fighter. And while in the bar, she says that her team needs a rogue. So that means in this film, the mage runs into a priest and have a fighter and a rogue, and they then go off to free somebody who is being captive by orcs. Also ogres. This is very much the beginning of a Dungeons and Dragons adventure. It is written in such a way, the dialogue ranges from, oh, that's not too bad, to, you know what, I bet you they're having a ball doing this. Because everyone looks like they're having a fun time doing this film, which makes the film fun to watch. Does it cover any new amazing ground? No, not really. But it sets the groundwork for a series of films afterwards. The nice thing is, there's something that happens in this film that gets taken care of in the second film, somebody's second film, the third film, and so on and so forth. So it's low budget fantasy that sometimes looks pretty good, and other times you go, hey, you know what? This is low budget, wasn't made for a ton of money. And the fact that the dialogue is ripped straight from either a bad Dungeons and Dragons book or a really awesome Dungeons and Dragons book, depending on how your DM runs. You can see it's on Amazon Prime, and I'll be honest, the first one, watch it. If you dig it because it's so unique in the way it's presented, 2 through 5 are actually really good too. If you watch it and you're like, okay, this was dumb, but it was too dumb for me to enjoy, then by all means, you don't need to watch 2 through 5. But Mythica: A Quest for Heroes, I recommend this. Probably because if you were a role player, and I mean the dice kind, this is going to bring back a lot of either really awesome memories or really bad memories.